There are places on Earth so cold, humans were never meant to live there. The Arctic. Temperatures can drop to -40, -50 degrees. In this place, metal can crack from the cold. Human skin can stick to steel. And if the heating fails in the middle of the night, you may never wake up again. But the most terrifying thing is not that there are no cities here. It's that this place was never meant for life at all. For thousands of kilometers, there is nothing but ice, wind, and darkness that lasts for months. And yet, the strangest thing about the Arctic is that humans still try to cross it. And to do that, they built one of the most terrifying machines ever created. A ship weighing tens of thousands of tons, powered by nuclear reactors with 75,000 horsepower, built for one purpose only: to break through the same force that once sank the Titanic. And somewhere in that frozen ocean, when the hull begins to groan under pressure, everyone on board understands one thing. If this machine stops, civilization behind it might stop too. The White Void. The Arctic is not like a normal ocean. In many places, there are no waves, no deep blue water, only an endless white surface. It's so quiet, you begin to hear the engine from inside the ship. This is where ships have vanished, where expeditions have frozen to death. And the most terrifying part? Most of them didn't die quickly. The Arctic doesn't like to kill instantly. It keeps you. Slowly. It cuts off communication, drains your fuel, weakens your body day by day, until everything begins to shut down. The thing that sank Titanic. Over 100 years ago, a drifting mass of ice brought down the most famous ship in history, Titanic. Back then, people believed technology had finally become strong enough to conquer the ocean. But here's the terrifying truth. More than a century later, humans didn't leave the ice. They came back with machines that are bigger, stronger, and more dangerous. A nuclear icebreaker, as long as a floating building built for one purpose: to go through the same force that dragged Titanic to the bottom. And somewhere in the Arctic, many sailors begin to realize this ship is not defeating nature. It's just asking for permission to pass. The machine. 75,000 horsepower, 2 nuclear reactors, a hull so thick it can climb onto the ice and crush it under its own weight. When the icebreaker moves, the entire ship vibrates like something alive. Metal groans, windows tremble, and beneath layers of steel, the reactor continues to run, relentlessly. People online call it the monster of the Arctic, But the most terrifying part is this. It exists because the modern world still needs to pass through a place that was never meant to be crossed. The men inside. There are sailors who live for months on these icebreakers. No cities, no trees, no human voices outside the crew. Only engine noise, cracking ice, and Arctic darkness. One engineer once said, "The scariest part isn't the cold, it's the silence." Because somewhere in the endless polar night, you begin to forget that the outside world still exists. The ice pushes back. The most terrifying thing about ice is that it doesn't stay still. It moves, slowly, but with enough pressure to bend steel. When ice presses against the hull, the sound echoes, like metal breaking from the inside. An old sailor once said he could measure ice pressure just by listening to the sounds outside the ship. And the most terrifying moment? When everything suddenly becomes too quiet. Chelyuskin. In 1934, a ship named Chelyuskin became trapped in Arctic ice. At first, everyone thought it would break free. But days passed. The ice grew thicker. Pressure increased. Metal began to bend. The hull started to crack. And the most terrifying part? Everything happened slowly, as if the Arctic was crushing the ship centimeter by centimeter. Eventually, Chelyuskin sank beneath the ice. The crew had to survive on the frozen surface in lethal temperatures, waiting for rescue. In the Arctic, the most dangerous thing is not the storm. It's the fact that ice can hold you long enough for everything to slowly die. The last rescue. There are ships trapped for weeks in the ice, unable to move forward, unable to turn back. Fuel runs low, heating weakens, and somewhere in that endless white, the crew waits for one thing only: the lights of an icebreaker. Many call it an angel in the Arctic, because the truth is, if it doesn't arrive, almost nothing else will. Black water. A sailor once slipped on an ice-covered deck. He didn't fall into the water, but everyone knew if he had, his body would stop functioning within minutes. In the Arctic, the ocean is not like normal water. It feels like liquid death. Black, cold, silent. Many sailors don't fear the ice, they fear the dark water between it. Because once you fall in, the Arctic has already decided. The reactor. In the middle of a frozen world, A nuclear reactor keeps the ship alive. It powers electricity, heating, light, everything the crew needs to survive. And the most terrifying truth, everyone on board understands. If this system fails, in the middle of an Arctic winter, there is no easy evacuation, no nearby cities, no roads, no shelter, only ice, and temperatures cold enough to kill in the dark. The silence. There are days when the Arctic becomes so quiet, you can hear your own heartbeat. No birds, no waves, no human voices beyond radio static. And over time, you realize something terrifying. Silence itself can create pressure. It makes you feel as if the outside world has disappeared. And this ship is the last moving thing on a dead planet. The route must stay open. Icebreakers don't exist to explore the Arctic. They exist because civilization still needs to pass through it. Oil, fuel, supplies, research stations, northern towns. Everything depends on these frozen routes. An old sailor once said, "If we stop, everything behind us stops." And the most terrifying part? Most of the world never even thinks about them, when everything works. The planet is changing. The Arctic is changing. Ice is thinner. Routes are opening. More ships are entering the polar region. But the truth is, it's not becoming safer. The planet is getting warmer. Many captains say the Arctic today is more unpredictable than ever. Ice moves differently. Storms behave strangely. Things that were stable for decades are now changing. And suddenly, even experience is no longer enough. Civilization on thin ice. Perhaps the most terrifying thing about icebreakers is not their power. It's the fact that humans had to build them in the first place. A giant nuclear machine just to keep civilization moving in a place where civilization was never meant to exist. And somewhere in the Arctic, the crew begins to understand they are not conquering nature, they are only delaying it. The ship feels alive. Many say an icebreaker doesn't feel like a ship. It feels like a living creature. Red lights glow, the hull vibrates. The reactor hums in the darkness, and the massive bow continues crawling over thick ice. From a distance, in the Arctic night, it looks like the last living thing on a frozen planet. The realization, maybe the most terrifying truth, is not that the Arctic can kill you. It's that it forces you to realize how small you really are. 75,000 horsepower. Nuclear reactors. Steel dozens of centimeters thick. All of it just to move through something nature created, silently. And no matter how powerful the ship is, the crew knows if the Arctic truly decides to keep them, it can. Slowly. More than a century ago, Titanic sank in the ice, and people thought it was a lesson about human arrogance. But the truth is more unsettling. Over 100 years later, humans came back with machines that are bigger, stronger, and more dangerous. Not because they defeated nature, but because civilization behind them cannot stop anymore. And somewhere in the Arctic darkness, a red ship continues carving its path through ice, carrying fuel, cargo, people, and the idea that civilization is still moving forward, while the Arctic remains silent, cold, and powerful enough to crush everything if it chooses to. And maybe that is the most terrifying thing about icebreakers. Not that they are powerful, but that humanity needs them to survive in a place where it was never meant to be.